Okay, right, let's get into this. We've got this really fun little story called Freddy Frog Meets Dizzy the Dragonfly.
Oh, yeah.
Kicks off with a big zoom, and then, well, a splat.
Yeah. Poor Dizzy. Quite the entrance. Right in front of Freddy Frog.
Exactly. And, you might just think dragonflies are like those insects buzzing over water. Pretty, but that's it.
Sure, just part of the scenery.
But our mission here is to uh, dive a bit deeper, go past that surface idea, and, well, uncover their role. It's surprisingly big.
Definitely potential for some aha moments, I think.
So Freddy's first thought, it's great. Was that a flying bug or a falling sandwich?
Yeah, it sets the tone perfectly, right? Really playful.
And then you meet Dizzy, goggles and all, calls herself a highly trained talking dragonfly.
Which is, such a memorable little detail. It immediately tells you there's probably more to these creatures than you first assumed.
Totally. She jumps right into clearing something up. Freddy's like, oh, you fly around, maybe you're on pollination patrol.
A common thought, probably. They are near flowers sometimes.
Right. But Dizzy says, and this is key, dragonflies don't actually pollinate. She mentions helping her bee and butterfly friends, but that's not her job.
So the immediate question is, well, okay, what do they do then? What's their real purpose out there?
And that's where it gets really interesting. Dizzy's answer is gold. She's like, we eat the bugs that bother you, like mosquitoes. We're nature's pest patrol.
Boom. Suddenly that buzzing isn't just background noise. They're actually actively helping us out, dealing with mosquitoes.
Yeah. I mean, think about how annoying mosquitoes are.
Exactly. So like Freddy in the story says, whoa, you probably have that same reaction, right? Seeing them in a whole new way.
Absolutely. It just flips the script on them. Dizzy calls herself a superhero in wings.
And honestly, it kind of fits.
It does. And the story even shows Freddy helping out, sort of shooing mosquitoes towards Dizzy, calls it a bullseye buffet.
Which is a fun way to picture it, but it highlights their role as predators, right? They're very effective. Even their larvae underwater eat mosquito larvae. It's a big deal for keeping populations down.
That whole scene, though, with Freddy helping Dizzy.
Yeah, it points to something bigger, doesn't it? Like how ecosystems work. Interdependence.
Different creatures, frog and dragonfly here, they actually have roles that, complement each other. They can work together, sort of.
Exactly. It shows how different species rely on each other. And, I mean, dragonflies themselves get eaten by birds and fish, too, so they're part of that whole food web picture.
It all circles back to what Dizzy says at the end. Tiny creatures can do big things.
Such a great line. It really sums it up.
It does, because we often focus on, I don't know, the big animals, right? Bears, deer, whatever.
Yeah, like obvious ones.
But this little story, this interaction, it really hammers home the impact of the smaller guys.
So I think the key things for you listening to take away are, well, first, dragonflies. Super important pest controllers, especially for mosquitoes. That's a direct benefit.
Definitely. Fewer itchy bites.
Right. And second, every creature, doesn't matter how small, it has a job. It plays a part in keeping nature balanced.
It's like a big team effort.
Pretty much. And finally, it just shows that small things, small actions, small creatures, they can have a really significant impact overall.
So yeah, next time you're out and you see a dragonfly darting around.
Think of Dizzy. Remember the pest patrol?
Exactly. They're not just buzzing around looking pretty. They're little powerhouses doing important work.
Maintaining that balance.
And that kind of leads to a final thought for you to chew on. Take a moment. Look around your own backyard or the park or wherever you are.
Yeah.
Think about the other small creatures you see. Bees, ants, spiders, beetles. What important jobs might they be doing? Jobs you maybe haven't really considered before.
Ooh, that's a good one. There's probably a lot going on we don't even notice.
Right. Keep an eye out. You might be surprised what you discover playing out right there. Practically under your nose.